great competition Tuesday. I told these guys they inspire me, to come off a big win and then for them to come out and compete like they did today. There was no letdown. Unbelievable atmosphere out here today, competitiveness, great team run period. And just looks like this team wants to continue getting better. See guys out here pre-practice, post-practice, doing the little extra things to try to be a pro. Really inspiring to you as a coach. So getting a little bit healthier. Got Chad Wheeler back today, which was great to have. Saw Stephen Mitchell and Darius run a couple routes. They're getting a little bit closer. Taylor was out, and Taylor McNamara was out here doing some non-contact, but running around. Pain was tolerable. Tyler Petit was just a little bit too sore to be able to do too much, but glad that that foot's not broken. Hopefully we'll get him back later in the week. But a great Tuesday practice. Can't wait to get out here. My favorite 2 hours a day. So with that, I'll take any questions that you have.
Robert Woods being back out here, what was that like for you, and what did you say to the team before he spoke?
Lindsay, he's the example of what a Trojan is, and made that point to the guys. He's a true professional. Every day he was here, even as a rookie, he was always studying his playbook, always treated practice exactly like it was the game. And, he passed that on to a Marquise Lee, a Nelson Aguilar, even a Juju Smith. That tradition's carried on down at the wide receiver position, and he was the one that really had a great hand in it with those kids. So it was great to have him back out here. Wish he was still here with us, but he's doing great things with the Bills now.
Justin Davis was saying that he thinks that you asked for more input from the players over the past couple of weeks than had been going on before that. What kind of goes into that? What do you hope to gain from that?
I think any coach, any smart coach is going to listen to his players. That one, they have great ideas, and two, you want to get the feel of the team. I'm just a ball coach, and trying to improve a team each and every week. And a lot of times you need to listen to your players, how their bodies are, how they're feeling, their bumps and bruises, what they need to work on. And sometimes they come up with great ideas. One great example was Cody right at the beginning of the game, saying, hey coach, now let's go let the defense, we preach defense all week, let's let them go out there and make a statement early. Let's let them go out and field. I said, you know what, buddy, what a great idea, man. Let's go do that. So I think you always got to listen to your players.
Who was that, whose idea?
Cody.
That was Cody.
Yeah, Cody came up to me and said, you know what, coach, we preach defense all week, let's let them make a statement. And I thought that first stop by them, and then what they did the rest of the game, whether that was a difference or not, I think it was a lot of great work during the week and preparation, but it just showed confidence in them to get the job done, and while they did.
Did you get the sense that the running backs were able to get into a little bit better rhythm with only two of them really working in there instead of three?
I don't know that, but we used three. You saw Dominic Davis in there a lot, so we did use three backs, and Dominic was in there in some of the passing situations and some of the spread situations as running back. So we continue to use three backs there, and obviously there was a little bit we were really going into the game trying to get a number of touches and looking for 20 touches for Justin. He ended up at 19. We looked for 15 for Ronald Jones. He got 15, and then I was hoping for 10 for Adoree, and he was right at 8. So we kind of got close to our numbers. Well, you try to hit them every time, but sometimes you don't. But I thought the two backs, especially 22-25, did a remarkable job in the game, carrying the load, and then the change up by 16 by Dominic Davis. I thought he was extremely effective when he was in there.
Have you learned anything about yourself the last couple of weeks that you didn't know?
I learned that how important it is, how important relationships are. I've always believed that. I learned that from my dad. When you're in these situations, it's not all about X's and O's and scheme. It's about the relationships that you have with the players and your trust in them to get the job done, and their trust in you. And that's been built over 6 years, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned is just trusting each other as player to coach. And obviously we saw the effect Saturday, and hoping and praying that continues.
What's your outlook on the rest of the season, knowing you beat Utah with Max Turek and Toa and a couple of other injuries?
Well, I think, it's next man up. I've said it before, they don't pay you to make excuses, they pay you to find answers. And, one of the things that we've done around here, and we have played a lot of guys and we practice a lot of guys. We've trained 5 centers through spring and through training camp, and it's paying off now. And Khalil Rogers, give him a great amount of credit. He worked every week for his opportunity, and his opportunity came and he made the most of it. Daquan Hampton, he waited for his opportunity, and it's not the quantity of balls that come to you, it's the quality. And he makes a huge play in a 14-14 game down the sideline, a huge catch that sets up and allows us to take the lead. So I'm just proud of some young kids that are coming in, stepping up, trusting them to do their job, and they're doing it.
You changed a couple things in practice when you took over. What did you see, I guess, on game day that you felt like practice would help that?
I really believe the game is not all about it's about scheme. It's about technique and fundamentals. So we've really tried to emphasize that in our practices the last 2 weeks, and I think we're starting to pay dividends, especially in the pass rush area. We had 4 sacks at Notre Dame, but I really thought we could get to the quarterback even better. We continued working it, and even though we only had 3 sacks in the Utah game, I really thought we got Travis off his spot and really made him feel uncomfortable. So we've really tried to stress the technique and fundamentals and make sure that it is a physical practice. It may be shorter, but it's good on good. This practice field's always been about competition. That 30 for 30 showed that, and that's what we want to instill. That's SC football, and that's what it'll be for as long as we're here.
What have been your impressions of Jared Goff?
Oh, well, ultra talented. It's amazing. You look up in this league and it seems like everybody's got a great quarterback, and he's one of the lead out there. It's going to be so much fun. You're talking about 2 NFL quarterbacks that are going to be on this field Saturday, and I think he's probably one of the better anticipatory throwers there are. He's had this group of wideouts for a number of years now, and you can tell they're on the same page. He's releasing the ball before they're even near open and hitting them unbelievably with great accuracy. So we got a huge challenge this week. We had a huge challenge last week in the run game. This week we've got a huge challenge in the pass game. I know Justin and the staff will do a great job.
Is there anything down the stretch other than being efficient and taking care of the ball that you want to see Cody do? Maybe, I don't know, in terms of taking another step or anything like that?
I think one of the things that really stood out to me, Gary, in that game was his poise, and that's what you want from a 5th-year senior, especially down the stretch. You've got the lead, we're running the ball, but it's time to make that throw in that last drive, and all of a sudden he hits Juju on a crossing route when he's not even open yet. He throws it to the open window, gives him a chance, and then on the last throw he makes on the slant and go, a great ball to give him a chance. That's what you want from a senior quarterback, just the maturity and the poise that he led a bunch of young group of men. His body language was great. There was no phase in him. Oh my goodness, my second center's down. It never phased him, and I think that's the maturity that you want from a senior quarterback, and I think he showed it very well.
Okay.
All right, guys.